Hello everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey here with you today, and I am here to share with you my Project Life Week 24. I am using some of the WeRMemoryKeepers and Lifestyle Crafts Letterpress supplies to go along with this week's spread. As you can see, I'm getting all my stuff out, and you got a little peek at some of the cards at the very beginning. There's one that I'm throwing down right now. Unfortunately, the lighting in the video does not show how awesome that card is and how those colors are fantastic, but luckily at the end, the photo did capture just how wonderful that card is. Now, I didn't use all letterpress for this spread, nor did I use all Lifestyle Crafts items either. And I'm hoping that I can share with you and show you how wonderful this letterpress technique is with everything, and how it really just enhances your spreads, and how much I just love doing the letterpress. It's super fun, and I love choosing my own things and really giving things a simple and elegant look. Now, as you can see, I'm putting together one large photo in those 3 photo slots. I simply took an iPhone photo and I used my Pick Frame app on my phone and split that up for printing, and then I just cut it apart with my trimmer to fit right in there. And as you can see, it's from an airplane. This is mostly a travel spread. It's about that week my son and I took a trip, and it turned out to be mostly photo oriented, or excuse me, travel oriented, which is really fun. Now, I do have one bit of bad news. The second side of the spread, I'm not going to be able to share with you the whole thing. I didn't notice while I was filming, but my video camera slipped, and so the focus then became on the wall. So I decided to go ahead and share this spread with you anyway, because I got about 3/4 of the way through it, and I figured, you know what, why not share it? If you hate it and you are totally mad at me because I didn't include that last bit, I'm really sorry. I hope you will still watch in the future. Hopefully I have my video camera thing all figured out. But I wanted to give you that heads up. I will talk you through that last thing. Now, as you can see there, I have the Chic Tags wood veneers out, which is perfect from the Let's Go collection, and also some of those cards from the Let's Go collection. They end up being a fantastic part of this spread and goes really well with the letterpress items from WeRMemoryKeepers. Now, as you can see here, I have those Let's Go rub-ons, and what's so fun is that I used a plain grid card with those rub-ons to create my own custom journaling card, which is awesome because it goes great with all of the rest of the elements that I'm using, which isn't a ton. I kept this spread really simple because the stories were huge this week. I did use one little news story, as you can see there, that I clipped from CNN on my phone about the first George Bush jumping out of an airplane for his 90th birthday, which I thought was awesome, and I super wanted to capture that for my Project Life because I thought it would be something really cool to have in the future. And then really just travel photos and that whole trip that we took or whatever. So as you can see here, I'm adding that rub-on to the bottom of that card, and I believe it says Let's Be Adventurers, which I love the font, I love the color, I love how the red really provides some contrast with the blue and yellow on that letterpress card up in the upper left-hand corner. And then another little rub-on from the same sheet in that top left-hand corner, which gives it a natural indent for that card so I can provide my own handwritten journaling about this particular week. I am going to fill up most of the card with journaling, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Sharpie pen. Now, I've talked to you before about the pens that I use. I do use typically a Sharpie pen. Another pen that I really like a lot is the American Crafts Memory Marker. One end of it is a bold tip and the other is a fine tip, and I love the fine tip for journaling. They're just harder for me to find, and the Sharpie pens are super simple. I can pick those up at Target or whatever, and they have a very, very similar tip. If I was able to get the memory markers easily, then I would absolutely use those because I really do love them, and I love that the other side is thick as well. So if you wanted to do something a little bit more bold, you have that all right there in one pen. So anyway, that is how about my journaling. But what I wanted to tell you about that letterpress up there on the top is that the new ones that came out at CHA in January, they were just released recently, and you can use 2 different colors on the same plate. It is a 2-step process, but that's how I got the yellow dots and the turquoise dots. and it's really super cool, and I just really love the effect. And I know I've been talking about that a lot, but I know a lot of people have picked up letterpress supplies and aren't exactly sure how to use them in their scrapbooking or in their pocket scrapbooking, and so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and share how I use them in a very simple way with the rest of my stash. Sometimes I will use a collection from WeRMemoryKeepers or something like that that goes with something. Like last week or the week before, I used the Inked Rose collection, which I absolutely love, but I really wanted to just use a stash layout, a lot of stuff from Chic Tag's Let's Go collection with this, and show how I can use the letterpress items to go with my regular stash. Now, as you can see, I'm going to go through those wood veneers, which are perfect for travel, like I already said, since they are a travel themed collection. I'm going to go ahead and pop one of those out. I'm not exactly sure initially which one I'll use because there are several that go perfectly with my theme, but I do end up settling on that particular wood veneer, and then just figuring out where I'm going to put it is honestly the hardest part. Now, I will go ahead and pull out a Thermo Web tape runner, one of the really tiny dot ones. It's a small green. I don't have that many of them left, so I've been trying to conserve them, but I really do like using those on the wood veneer. They stick really well and it goes on super easily. Now, as you can see here, I have most of the left side done. I really like to keep my project life or my pocket scrapbooking very simple. I don't like to add a ton of extra stuff because I do still scrapbook in traditional 12 by 12 pages. So keeping it simple helps me get all of the details down while still creating cute pages. Now I do need to add the date to that letterpress card. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some American Crafts stickers that I have in my stash. I really like them a lot. They're sort of a distressed gray, and they go well with that card, which will be hard to tell in this video again because the lighting just doesn't really give a true representation of the colors, but you'll see at the end in the photos that it does actually look really nice together, and it's really not competing for attention. The gray doesn't stand out and make you scream, look at me, or anything like that. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and mostly try to center the date on this card. I'm not going crazy or anything like that measuring it out, just keeping it pretty simple and eyeballing it and measuring out the centered look for the date on this particular card. There, now as you can see, that side is complete. Really basically 2 photos and 1 news article along with some journaling. It was less photos because I chose to make that 1 photo really big, but I didn't have that many photos from this particular week, which is super strange since it was a travel week, but I didn't, because we were house hunting, I didn't really actually take that many photos because my whole week was pretty much consumed with that. Now on this photo of the 2 boys, one is my son and one is his friend, I'm going to go ahead and add alphabet stickers along the sides. One of them is wearing a Mets shirt and the other one is wearing a Yankees shirt, and so I really wanted to sort of take that detail and make it known. So I'm writing that with just those plain white Kelly Perky alphabet stickers from Simon Says Stamp on the side. I wish I had like 50 more sheets of them because they're fantastic just for basics. You don't need them to be, they're not colored, they're just white. The font is just super simple. It doesn't really make you notice it. It doesn't pop out at you or anything like that. And I do like that part, that you can notate what you want to notate, but it doesn't compete for attention on that particular page. Now, unfortunately, that's really not a very good photo, and I don't know if that'll show up when I share with you the photos of the entire layout or not, but I used it anyway because honestly it was such a cute moment and it was such a cute idea that I wanted to share the photo anyway, even if it wasn't very good, which is why it's in black and white, because that's a awesome way to convert photos that maybe aren't so great and make them look a little bit better. So it worked out okay with me to use the black and white, and even if it's a little bit grainy, it worked fine. It really just still conveyed that moment, which was super fun and cute. Now you can see that I am completely finished with that left side, and I'm going to go ahead and pull out the right side and get to work on that. Now unfortunately this is the side that I don't get to share with you very much because I lose the camera angle, but I will throw down my photos and get those all ready for you. I did do a little bit of digital journaling right from my iPhone. I love that I'm able to do that. I use an app called Fonto, or Fonto, or I don't know how you pronounce it exactly, Phonto, and I use a lot of different fonts and sizes and things like that that I can journal right on top of my photos. Now as you can see, I'm just throwing down the pictures that I have, and if you watch carefully you can see how my video camera is starting to slip, 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 and in a minute it would be pointing right at the door, but that's it. I do break out a bunch of the Chic Tags alphabet stickers, or alphabet labels, or label stickers, I'm sorry, to go ahead and finish up this page and provide some of the journaling opportunities for this particular page because they're fantastic. They're just enough room to write a couple of words. You can see that here. And in the lower left right hand corner, that hello letterpress as well. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really sorry about the not being able to show you that last part of the process, but hope you liked it anyway.